Hey there. So last time we had like a proper South Indian meal was I think at what was that place, Subayagari, right? Yeah. And it's been a while, and I thought why not up the game a little. So there's this new place called Simply South by Chef Chalapati Rao here at Karkhana, which was opened, and we saw on Instagram that they have introduced a thali meal, which is a vegetarian thali meal, and I really wanted to try it. So basically Vishal and I like these, you know, that podis and then the chutneys and the different type of stuff that we accompany a meal basically. So as soon as we sat down, we have a whole array of podis and chutneys that have been presented to us. Also there's one more chutney, and we have papads etc. also. I'm sorry if it's a little loud over here. There's a kitty party going on, and we've ordered the thali already. So once it's here, I'll let you know what are the components of it. Starting with the meal, we have two different types of papad. This is the arsi appalam or rice papad, which I absolutely love so much. And of course, our standard urad papad is also available. But when given a choice, I always go for this one. So our beautiful meal has already arrived over here. Let me just tell you what are the different components that are there in this meal. Vishal has already started eating. Say hi, Vishal. So for starting with the different chutneys and the pachadis that we have, this one is the gongura pachadi, that is pandumichi or the red chili pickle, that is tomato, and that one is a peanut puri. Here we have cabbage chutney, which is different. Of course, I would love to try it. Now coming to the main meal, look at this beauty over here, how beautiful this is. So we have a godum payasam, that is like broken wheat payasam, and then of course this is curd. I'm really sorry. This is a mixed veg sabji or korma type, and then this is a dal. This is they said gummadikai and bellam, right? This is kind of a korambu or a gravy which uses red pumpkin and jaggery. Then we have Vishal's favorite, bhindi. Vishal, did you try the bhindi? Okay. And then we have bisibalabat over here. Of course, we have a banana and puris accompanying the whole thing. So let's get started. So here I am. I have the puris. They're like super puffy and hot as you can see. So let's dig into them. I'm going to be trying the mixed veg sabji with it the first. The mixed veg curry reminds me of something. Okay. There was this place in Visakhapatnam where I had breakfast, and this reminds me so much of it. Now I'll probably try the gummadikai, which is the pumpkin sabzi. Oh, the pumpkin is soft, nicely cooked actually. I don't like real soft pumpkin, but it's good. It's slightly sweet because of the jaggery and really nice. So it has that sweet, savory combination going on. That's good. Now trying the bhindi. Vishal, tell me you love the bhindi. I know that. Nice. I like the mixed veg sabji a lot. That goes so well with the puri, by the way. Now let's try the bisibalabat too. It tastes so similar to what I make. You know? Oh my god, it's frighteningly similar to what I make. It's really nice. It has peas and vegetables and everything. Yeah, I really like the bisibalabat too. So once I finish the puris, the rice will come along. That's when I'll be able to try all the pachadis and the chutneys, etc. So I think I'll let you know how those turn out soon. We have the rice that has been given to us. So here we have the rice, and this is rasam and sambar with a pot of ghee, of course. Ghee and sambar rice are like Vishal's favorite, aren't they, Vishal? So yeah. So I think Vishal's gonna get started. I'm still having my puris. I think Vishal will probably get started with the podi rice and I'll probably get it tucked in too. So once I finish with my puris, I'll start with the rice. So I've served myself some rice and let the ghee drip. Let's add the ghee. I'm first gonna try the podi and then in the same rice I'll probably add a little bit of gongura. I think this much ghee is looking nice. So I've just served myself some rice. I'm taking half of it and adding the podi to it. Vishal already says the podi is amazing. So let's add a little bit of the podi. It smells nice. I already am serving myself and I like the smell of it. See, here's what the podi looks like. Add a little more. This is peanut podi, right? So let's taste it. So here's the peanut podi rice. It's really nice. I can taste a slight bit of imli, I can taste a slight bit of garlic in it too. I feel podi itself is like making it worth coming to this place. Now let's try a bit of the gongura. Vishal already says gongura bhi acha hai. Oh, taking gongura, it's just not falling off the spoon. Oh, here it is. I can already see it has a little bit of garlic and red chilies. That's very visible in this. It's nice and sour. Well, like that. I'm going to be daring and I'm going to try a little bit of pandu mirchi too. Vishal tried pandu mirchi? No? Vishal says no. Let's add a little bit. It already looks kind of spicy and angry. I've just taken a little. I'm just mixing it with one morsel of rice because I don't want to mix a whole lot and not be able to eat. It's not spicy, Vishal. It's nice and sour. It has a lot of imli in it. So it's like there's a lot of tamarind in it and I like the taste. And finally we have tomato. So I'm gonna have a little bit of that too, like in a morsel of rice. It looks nice. Here we have it. It feels like the tomato we make at home. So it has a lot of homemade feel to it. So that's something nice. Let me finish this and then move on to rasam and sambar. So I also forgot to try the cabbage chutney. It's nice. Vishal is having the cabbage chutney only. So he's saying it's nice. I've never had a cabbage chutney.
Somehow I like the cabbage chutney, but little bit pandu mirchi डालो to a different flavor.
Oh, pandu mirchi and cabbage chutney. So let me just mix up a little bit of cabbage chutney only and try that first. So the others are preserved pachadis or chutneys and they're pickled basically. And this one's fresh. So let's give it a try. Nice. It's very pleasant. Vishal says try it with the pandu mirchi, so I'm going to do that. A little bit of pandu mirchi will go a long way, according to me.
Soda. You don't put a lot?
Yeah. A little bit. I can actually taste the coriander roots. It's not the the coriander leaf or coriander seed ka taste as much, but the coriander stem and the roots that we have. So I use quite a lot of that too at home when I'm making fresh chutneys. Because the cabbage chutney itself is kind of mild. The pandu mirchi is giving it like a slight spice and a slight extra background hit. I like that. I'll be moving on to the sambar now. So here we have the sambar in a cute little bucket. So let me serve myself some sambar. I can see onions, I can see lauki, tomatoes, garlic. Okay, this sambar has garlic. Let's serve ourselves some. Oh, it even has muringika. I don't particularly enjoy muringika as such, but I eat muringika no matter. So let's take a muringika. So here we have. It got so quiet suddenly. Let's get started with the sambar. I can't put a finger on which region the sambar is from. It has like elements from different regions.
South region.
Southern, of course, but because it tastes a bit like the Andhra sambar, it has elements of the Tamil sambar and Kerala sambar, and it has light sweetness like the Udupi sambar. So I'm not really sure which particular region the sambar is from. Nevertheless, it's tasty, but yeah, I'm kind of confused here. Moving on, I'm gonna try the dal. Let's add the dal. I think it's Loki dal. Yeah, it's Loki. I found a Loki. There's Loki dal. Where's Thor dal? Bad joke.
Very bad.
The dal is a little too garlicky for my liking. So I like garlic in dal, but there's a very predominant taste of garlic in it. Nice. I like the dal. Now I'm gonna try the rasam too. The rasam also comes in like a cute bucket as such. I can see a whole lot of dhania floating. So let's serve ourselves some rasam. Vishal's style of eating rasam is with podi. And for me, I like my rasam like completely watery. Oh, I can see garlic again here. So let's give that a try. Smells really good, to be honest. Pepper rasam. I'm gonna mix the dal and the rasam together and see how it turns out, because I like my rasam with dal. I need a little more rasam. I can feel the pepperiness in it, and that's nice. Vishal, the dal and the rasam works well. Try it out.
Yeah.
I need to have this bhindi sabji also. With so many dishes, I'm just forgetting to eat the bhindi. Even though the bhindi is amazing, I tell you. So I'm having that gravy with the yellow pumpkin. I particularly don't really like the yellow pumpkin as much, but I don't know, somehow this taste palette works for me. I'm just gonna mash it up and mix it with the rice.
Rice.
So here I'm just gonna give it a try. The sweet, savory, spicy works very well with it. I'm flying, and like I don't particularly make it as much as at home also. I think I'm gonna give it a try this time around, because I like this flavor of adding jaggery to the already present sweetness of the yellow pumpkin. Great. Now I'm gonna move on to curd rice. I think I'm already stuffed with all the things that I tried. I didn't even eat everything. Like I couldn't. I mean, like more than 2-3 morsels is something that's highly impossible for you to eat, because you have to try so many things over here, and everything is like so nice, to be honest. I can't really find faults in anything. It's like, of course, personal taste is another thing where I find something a little too garlicky or something like that, but that's completely up to you. You can request for something that's probably less garlicky, but I don't mind to giving a try to what the chef recommends himself. So I like that over here, and the feel is also pretty premium. So I like the way this place feels also. So the ambience is really good. It's a Friday today, and we wanted to have lunch here. There are not many people, so there's a kitty that is going on, and that's the table that's filled, and then there are like 2 more tables that have people on it. So, but do make a reservation if you're coming here during the weekends. It does get kind of stuffed. So let's move on to curd rice now. So moving on to the super creamy and set curd rice. As you can see, it's like beautifully set. Vishal already said that it's very creamy. So I'm gonna serve myself some. Oh, it's absolutely falling apart when I'm taking it off the cup. It breaks my heart. So Vishal's favorite item here, the curd chilies, as you can see. I'm gonna take one. I know this is going to be slightly spicy. Is it spicy? It's okay. Okay. I'm also going to take some gongura along with it because I love the combination of gongura and curd rice. Let's get some gongura. Yeah. So first trying it with the chili. I don't know how many of you are from that 90s Tamil generation which say urikadi sore, urikadi appalam kind of thing. So for me it's like a bite of curd rice with this chili. Good. Really good. Now let's have it with the gongura. Nothing can beat curd rice, dude. La? End of the meal, having a little bit of curd rice is like heaven, to be honest. So I just finished my meal. I have the the broken wheat payasam left and a banana. I suspect this is from the Kerala side, so let's give it a try. It has Pradhaman vibes, to be honest. Like the Pradhaman we make at home, it has that vibe because it's made of jaggery, of course. So that taste is definitely there. I'm gonna go traditional. Open the banana and mash it into the payasam. So that's usually how we eat. Now let me just chop the banana in. Banana and payasam. I'm sure many people will be wondering what I'm doing, but this is usually how we eat. Makes perfect sense now. Vishal, when he was eating itself, he was like, it's giving me the Kerala dessert vibes. And I suspected it would be like Pradhaman, and it turns out it is like Pradhaman. But it's made with broken wheat instead. So we are done with the meal. I must say it was a very satisfying experience over here. From the get-go, the food isn't very offensive in many cases. Like sometimes what happens when you are having food from different cuisine, one cuisine tends to overtake the others. But I feel there is a balance. However, there is a heavy Telangana and Andhra influence on the food, which is to be expected, to be honest, because we are in Hyderabad. I mean, I can definitely put my finger on many things which I can say, okay, this is from this particular cuisine and it works well in this menu. So I definitely recommend coming here, and for the fact that the meal was $360 per person, I feel it's worth it. It's definitely more than worth it for the variety that you get, for the tastes that are there, and like the pickles and the podis and the chutneys and the literally the sheer variety is something that's very satisfying. Having this meal, and everything is unlimited, so no matter how much you eat, you can especially people who like going for that kind of feel. I think unlimited food, if you really like eating meals like that, this is for you. And they have multiple branches. I think there's one in Jubilee Hills and somewhere else too.
I only know Jubilee Hills and this.
Okay, so we know there's one in Jubilee Hills and one in Karkhana. We are in the Karkhana branch, and if you get a chance, do go and check out their different things on the menu too. And yeah, I think that's very high. Like I can probably praise the food forever because I really liked it. And I think that's what they want to do too. They want their customers to have that enjoyable experience with the food, play with the food, with different cuisines, etc. And yeah, that's it. I'm lost for words after that. Thank you so much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe. If you already have visited Simply South, let us know how your experience was. And if you're looking forward to it, do let us know that too. And see you all in the next one. Bye bye.